Hello and welcome to Legal Shield. My name is Brian Carruthers and I want to be the first to welcome you to this incredible opportunity to change your life with our business. I actually am a Diamond Executive Director and $1 million earner in the world of Legal Shield, and I'm very excited because I signed up as an associate just like you. And I was very fortunate to be actually introduced and mentored in this business by somebody who already knew how to make the big money in the business, was already living the lifestyle I wanted to live. And he shared with me word for word, step by step, exactly how to get my business launched the fastest way possible. Because look, I was very busy in my real estate career, just like I'm sure you're very busy with everything going on in your life right now at this moment. So I only had a few hours to be able to devote to this business to get it launched. So he said, Brian, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to build this business and launch it the smartest, fastest way possible to get the most results so you can leverage your time and leverage other people's efforts to be able to help generate a very significant income very quickly. Now let me point you why it is that we want you to do a PBR and a PCC. First of all, what is a PBR? A private business reception is nothing more than a living room or an in-home presentation, where you basically invite everybody over to your house like you do for a Super Bowl party or for a baby shower. You're going to invite them over for the private business reception to launch your new company, your new business. Okay? A PCC is a telephonic PBR, and it's a little bit of a shortened, abbreviated version of it for the people who couldn't come to your house. They didn't live nearby. You didn't want them to come over in the first place because you don't like that person in your house, whatever the case might be. Okay? A PBR to PCC, these are the ways that I launched my business that's helped me to make millions of dollars working this business from my home. Now, let me share with you why it is you want to do your PBR and PCC. Number one, if you want to go out and let's say, share this information with 10 people, okay, you can go out and have 10 one-hour conversations, one at a time. 10 people, it's going to take you 10 hours. That's called working hard and slow. What I would rather do, what I'm sure you would want to do, is work smart and fast. Basically have 10 people, get them all together in one place and spend 1 hour with 10 people. So you're going to get the same number of presentations, but do it all at one time. That way you're leveraging your time, and the people that are seeing it in that fashion, they're learning how to leverage their time, and whatever you do is going to duplicate. So, why do a PBR? Well, number one, you get to leverage the third-party credibility of somebody else, an expert in the business. See, people that you know you for you. They know you for what you've done for a living, for what you went to school for, how you acted as a kid. They know you for you, not as a Legal Shield expert. So if you simply point to the credibility of a third-party speaker or a third-party DVD presenter, okay, then you can actually be able, you have the credibility where you don't need to know everything. We don't want you to know everything yet. Matter of fact, my mentor said, Brian, ignorance on fire is much more powerful than knowledge on ice. What does that mean? He said, Brian, you light yourself on fire, people come from miles around to watch you burn. They don't care how much you know, they just want to know that they're going to be introduced to the information by somebody who knows what they're talking about. Now, why is it that you want to actually get your PBR and PCC done in your first 3 days? Well, there's two reasons. Number one, well, probably three reasons. You probably want to make money yesterday. Maybe you have bills that need to be paid yesterday. Okay? We don't look for procrastinators. We're looking for ambitious, hungry, driven people, which I'm sure that's what you actually are. So, the other reason is that you want to be able to get away with not knowing everything about our business. Matter of fact, the longer that you're involved, as a week or two or three goes by, and you start talking to people about it, you call them up to invite them to a presentation, they're going to expect that you're going to know what you're talking about, and they're going to try to trick you into explaining it yourself. And again, first party, no. Third party, yes. Third party is always better than first party. Never get tricked into actually explaining this information yourself. The other reason that you want to do this right away in your first 3 days in this business, okay, is you want to be able to build your story. What does that mean? Well, look, when you're out there a month down the road, a year down the road from right now, you're going to be able to tell somebody that you're trying to bring into your business and introduce them to become an associate. They're going to say, well, when you got started, how quickly did you start making money? How much money did you make in your first week? Well, if you procrastinate and you don't do your PBR and your PCC, you're not going to have a good story. You're going to say, well, I was real busy and I didn't really do much with it at the beginning. Look, then if by you saying that, you're giving them permission to say, well, you know what, I'm too busy too, so I'm also going to procrastinate. See, whatever you do will duplicate. How would you like to do a PBR in your first 3 days? Sign people up from there, and then they do PBRs in their first 3 days, and sign people up there, and they do PBRs in their first 3 days, and sign people up there. See, whatever you do will duplicate. You've got to have urgency. Now, let me share something else with you that I think will be very compelling reasons for you to actually get excited about doing your PBR and PCC. Let's say you go out and you have your PBR, okay? And let's say you've got half a dozen people show up to your house, and 3 of them sign up as associates. those three, guess what's going to happen? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to teach them and help them book their PBR right away, and they're going to have 3 people apiece come aboard their team. So those 3, each recruiting 3, you got 9 more people that just joined your business. Okay? Those 9 people each go out and bring 3 people aboard at their PBR, and you got 27 people. Now add 3 plus 9 plus 27, you got 39 associates so far on your budding team. It's starting to grow now. But with 39 people, what if each of them just went out and sold one membership, one $35.95 membership a month? That would generate for you in your pocket an extra $1,348 a month in overrides. Check this out. What if they went out and sold one membership a week? Now you're making $5,392 a month in overrides in your pocket. What if they went out and sold one a day? 39 people just selling one membership a day, you're earning $40,446 a month in your pocket. That's just assuming that you're getting a $34.57 override as, let's say, maybe a director at this point in time in the business. Now, understand this. To get 3 people to sign up, you need to get 5 people to show up. So to get 5 people to show up at your PBR, to get 5 to show up, you need to have 25 confirmed, because only 20% will actually show up that actually say that they're coming. To get 25 confirmed, you're going to need to have 50 plus invited. So you invite 50 plus, 25 say, I'll be there. Out of the 25, 5 actually follow through in their word, which is a whole other topic about the other 20 people, I don't know what's going on with people these days, they never follow through. But to get those 5 people to be there so 3 will show up, that's basically the metric. That's what you need to expect that's going to happen. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is why we do it the way we do it. A PBR PCC combo. What I mean by that is you do both of them back to back in the same afternoon or evening. Okay. Typically, I'll give you an example. Okay. I love Sundays. Sundays are a great time for building our business. Okay. Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Thursday nights are also great. Friday night, maybe you might not get your friends or your contacts to come over or give up the Friday night. Maybe a Saturday morning sometimes. Okay. But Sundays are great. So I'll give you an example. Let's say your PBR is going to be booked at 5 o'clock at night. You get everybody to your house. You're either going to play the Protecting You and Your Family DVD with Darnell Self for 35 minutes, or you're going to have your upline come over with some presentation boards and go through the presentation for you physically, live, and in person. Either way, you do your PBR at 5 o'clock, it starts. Okay? At 6 o'clock, you're already done. You've already done the presentation. You've walked around the room. You've filled out everybody's applications. You're done. 6 o'clock, you're completely wrapped up. At 6 o'clock, you're going to now get on the phone for 1 hour, and you're going to call everybody that couldn't come or said they were coming but for whatever reason didn't come. You're going to call those people up, and you're going to say, hey, look, I know you didn't want to miss out on this opportunity to come over to the reception for my business at my house. I knew you'd be excited about hearing this information. Everybody that came, it was amazing. I'm really mad that you missed it, but I begged the executive that spoke here to spend just 15 minutes so that you wouldn't miss this, to recap the information on a teleconference, a conference call that you can simply dial in from your cell phone right now. So call this number at 7 o'clock, and here's the number. And by the way, you go to freeconferencecall.com and get yourself a free conference call line. Just click the green button, get yourself that number, so that way you and all your prospects that couldn't come to the PBR and your upline director or executive director can get on and do the presentation for you. And all you do when the PCC happens is you welcome them on the line, you tell everybody hang tight, you introduce the speaker, you back off, and the speaker does the whole rest of the deal, sends them to your website to sign up afterward. It's such a powerful model. So what's the reason why we're talking about all this? What's your #1 goal when you join this company? It's to get fast start qualified. You need to get 3 sales and a recruit, or 5 sales within your first, when the company says 30 days. But in reality, what we do is we do it in the first 3 days, 5 days max, including time to send the paper applications in if you're doing paperwork instead of using the website. But in 3 to 5 days, we want everybody to fast start qualify. Why would you want to do that? Well, you move up from junior associate to associate, which actually increases your income. It gives you overrides on your team now. It sets you up to get fast start training bonuses. I mean, there's a whole plethora of reasons why you want to fast start qualify in this business. And if you don't do it the quick way, the fast start way, the longer way, you and your team, instead of 3 sales and a recruit or 5 sales, it'll take 25 sales to do it if you don't fast start qualify within that first fast start window. So you definitely want to do that, and we're going to help you earn money immediately. Again, our goal is to help you build your story. Wouldn't you want to be able to tell everybody that in your first 3 to 5 days in the business, starting up your new business with Legal Shield, You made an extra $500 or an extra $850 or an extra $1,000. We have people in this company right now that are joining, just a few weeks ago, just joining, and already in the first few days have already earned over $1,000 in income. Why? Because they actually just got to work on it. They were coachable. They were willing to just go out there and get it done and not sign up and then just disappear and join the witness protection program, which sometimes, unfortunately, we see. So, let me give you some ideas on kind of the structure on how to promote. I'm going to talk about the PBR for right now. The PBR, the private business reception. Again, you're inviting people over to your house in an informal environment to be able to see the information about this business. Now, number one, it's a solo affair. It is not a joint PBR. PBRs are for you. It's your grand launch, the grand opening for your business. If you were a restaurant owner, would you call up the other area restaurants in town and say, hey, look, I'm going to have a grand opening. Can you guys all come over and bring your food and bring your clients? No. It's your deal. This is your launch of your business. You're going to invite your people that you know only to your house. Now, you might have, of course, you might have an upline person that's going to be there to help support, maybe even do the presentation or help fill out applications, but it's your people only, okay? And secondly, you want to have a large number of people that you invite. Remember we talked about you need to invite 50 to get 25 to say yes, they're coming, 25 to say yes, to get five to actually show up, and 5 to shows up, you might get those 3 recruits. So the law of large numbers are going to work in your favor. You've got to understand. You don't need a long. By the way, anybody that says, "All right, well, I'm going to do my PBR in 2 weeks," you're missing the boat. 2 weeks from now, your excitement level's low. The whole ignorance and fire, knowledge on ice thing. You're going to ice down. We want you to get extremely excited, get urgent about your business. If you don't have urgency, you will not attract people to this people attraction business. That's what we're in, the people attraction business. People want to just see that you're excited about it, and they're going to want to come to find out, satisfy their curiosity. What in the world are you so excited about? Okay, so you got to invite a large number of people because only about 20% of those who say they're coming will actually show up. Which leads me to the next point of setting up the event. Okay, you don't want to have any kids around, so you need to get a babysitter. You put the dog, tie up the dog in the backyard. I used to say tie up the kids in the backyard as a joke, but somebody said that wasn't nice, they took offense, but okay, whatever. But the bottom line is no kids, no dogs, no pets, no cats. They're too cute, they're too distracting. You don't want to have any distractions for your prospects, your guests that are actually here to look at this information. No booze, because you start giving them a drink, all of a sudden they're drinking, they're not focused on business anymore. You don't need an elaborate food spread. It's just chips or pretzels and bottles of water. That's it. Just keep it real simple, because what you do, they're going to have to do. If you have an elaborate food spread, they're going to think, oh man, I'm not sure if I can do this business because I don't want to go out and provide all this food for all these people. Keep it real simple for a reason. Now, as a host, number one, you've got to be positive. You've got to be positive. When people are coming there, you might have had a bad day. Put a smile on. It's the best day of your life. You're launching your new business. The reason why you joined this business, more money, so you can have time with your kids, retire from your job, get a new home, travel around the world, give to your church, whatever your reasons are, think about that when people are walking in the door. And everybody that comes through that door, you just got to be excited that that's going to happen, that's adding to, it's going to accomplish your dream, okay? Secondly, never, ever, ever mention, ever, let me just stop. Never mention out of your lips at your PBR that anybody else was invited and you're bummed out that they're not showing up. Don't talk about, oh, we're waiting for so-and-so, they're late, they're running behind, I'm not sure who's coming. Don't be looking out the front window. Don't be looking at your text message to see if anybody's coming. No. Whoever shows up, they're the ones that you invited. They're the ones who were supposed to show up. If you invited 30 and only 2 show up, they need to feel, you need to make them think that they were the only 2 that you invited to the thing in the first place. The other ones, they don't even know that anybody else was invited. Because if you start saying, I can't believe this person's not here, they're not showing up, and this person just bailed, they hear that, they're thinking, well, I should bail too. Never, never do that, okay? So, all right, the presentation is going to be either the DVD with Darnell stuff, or it's going to be your upline doing the presentation with the boards. That's going to be simple, and it's going to be done for you. The DVD does it for you, or the upline does it for you. Now, here's an important part. This is where you make the money. It's the close. At the end, we don't ask for questions. Hey, what did you think? I don't want to know what they think. Oh, did you like it? No. Do you have any questions? No. You get what you ask for. If you ask for questions, you'll get a bunch of questions. And if somebody else didn't have a question, they were ready to get started. Now they've heard other people asking questions. They don't want to feel like, oh, I'm not smart enough to think of a question. Now they're going to start thinking of a question. And as the questions roll on, you just push them out, and then now they're going to go home and think about it. And they're going to think of more questions they need to ask. They need to go do more due diligence. So the name of the game is no questions, assume the sale. Assume the sale means, hey look, of course they're signing up. So as soon as the presentation's done, you grab the applications with the pens or the caps off on a hard surface, a clipboard or a hardback book or whatever, and put it in each of their hands and say, hey, let's go ahead and start filling out the membership application first to protect your family, and then after that, we'll get you guys signed up as associates. That's basically assuming the sale. Now, after everybody's signed up, okay, that's from 5 to 6, when they're done, a couple things you're going to do. Okay, quickly, you're going to book their PBRs in their living room. So the only reason why you do a PBR in your house is to get into their homes, to get in front of their prospects, to sign them up into their business, which is your business. Okay, so you're going to book their PBRs and their PCCs, within the next 3 days or so. Okay, you're also going to inoculate these people because, look, the bottom line is that they're going to go out and talk to people, and you got to warn them: don't talk to anyone. They're going to be tempted to go home and talk to their friends, talk to their coworkers the next day. Say, look, I know you're excited about this. We need to educate you and get you up and running and get you in the, get you pointing in the right direction. So don't talk to anybody yet. And by the way, when you do start talking to people, you will find that they might not be interested. They might not have interest in the service. They might not be interested in making extra money with our company. That's okay. A majority of people won't be interested at the beginning, and it'll grow over time. But the point being is that 5 o'clock you do your PBR, 6 o'clock you wrap up the applications. They've booked their PBRs and their PCs for them to start their businesses. You inoculated them. You told them not to talk to anybody else, and then quickly you convert over. And now from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, you are doing nothing but calling everybody you can. As a matter of fact, if you want the people that signed up at your PBR, tell them to get their phone out and think of the 5 most hungry, motivated, entrepreneurial people they know, and call them, and have them call those people and say, hey, look, I'm at so-and-so's house. I just got a chance to hear from some executives from one of the fastest growing, best paying companies in America. These people are making absolute fortunes. These guys, this organization that I'm a part of, that I'm actually looking at and just becoming a part of, has made over $300 million in their pockets already, and they're just launching a whole new program. You need to get on a conference call at 7 o'clock. Here's the number. So you being a host of your PBR, and now you're going to get your other folks that didn't show up onto your PCC, you can let the brand new people get some of the people on your PCC. Okay? They might even faster qualify before they sign their application. They get some people on your PCC afterward an hour later. They can walk out of your house already faster qualified themselves. You got yourself faster qualified. They can even be faster qualified. So let me just kind of wrap all this together for you, because the bottom line is that we've got such a unique timed opportunity right now, because the world doesn't know about Legal Shield. Right now we have less than 3% market penetration. It means 97 out of 100 people that you and I know don't have these services yet. They're not going to get the service because somebody handed them a business card, or actually sent them a brochure, or posted something up on a bulletin board, or sent somebody an email. Okay? Emails don't work, text messages don't work, posting on Facebook doesn't work. What works 1,000 times better than anything is getting people physically in front of the presentation in your living room, or onto a live conference call, a PCC, a private conference call. So what's the main goal of this video? Is for me to share with you. Look, I've made well over 8 figures in this business. I've watched dozens and dozens and dozens of people in our organization, on our team, who are now making 6-figure incomes from home. Stay-at-home parents now, traveling the world, living a life that doesn't have the stress they used to have before, okay? Being their own boss. It's amazing. That's waiting for you. But you have to be coachable, you have to be willing to work, and you have to have a burning desire to go out there and make this thing happen. So all I'm simply saying to you is, if you choose to do what we're sharing with you, you do your PBR and PCC in your first 3 days. Do that. That will set the stage for the people behind you that we're going to help you recruit. They're going to do the same thing. It's not about you doing a lot of work, it's about a lot of people each doing a little bit. But you have to be willing to do this one step first. Once we get this done and we get you faster qualified, then myself and your mentors, your upline support team, we're going to help you go from associate to senior associate to manager to director to ED to platinum, and get you living on the beaches of the world. I look forward to working with you. Welcome to Legal Shield. Get that PBR and PCC done, faster qualified, and see you over the top.